Welcome to another edition of Tesla Tips and Trips. You join me in front of my Tesla Model 3 SR Plus from 2019. So the question on everyone's minds, how long do the OEM tires last? Stick around. We'll have that and more on today's episode. All right, so walking up to the car, here's a little backstory. Got this car new, 2019 Tesla Model 3 SR Plus. Of course, it came with Continental 19-inch tires on the 19-inch sport wheels. About 15,000, 20,000 miles into it, maybe less. I don't know, maybe 10 to 15,000. I had a couple of catastrophic failures on two of the tires, nails, sidewalls, all kinds of issues. So I opted to get two new tires, and these are the ones that I got. Of course, they're aged a little bit. These are Falcons, and they are 235/40 19s. And you can see they're wearing pretty well. The alignment has never been touched. This is all stock still. After 43,000, maybe 44,000, we'll do the odometer in a little bit here. But taking a look here with the fancy tire thing, we're still in the green. So looking pretty good on these front tires. Now the back tires are the ones I was talking about with the nails and such. Actually, no, the back tires are fine. These are the ones with the nails. Let's take a look at this front one here. We're still good. I mean, we're not too far off from needing new ones. Right there's the yellow. Where are the wear tabs? Wear tabs are here. I mean, there's still, my finger still goes in pretty deep onto the into the tire here. So I think these fronts are good. As you can see on the inside, maybe better view here on the inside. For some reason, Teslas wear weird on the inside. I think the alignment is still fine after all these miles. Again, never been touched, no alignment on this car whatsoever. And those are the fronts, those are the Falcons. And so now, let's take a look at the rears. How long have the rears lasted? Because these are, as you can see right there, the original Continentals. And we're looking at 235/40 R19s. They've definitely seen a lot of mileage. Every road trip pretty much we've had has been on these tires. And let's take a look at how these are wearing. All right, so taking a look at the rears here. You can see the alignment still good. I mean, the rear alignment, that is. This has never been touched. And let's take a look at the wear. And we'll go right here. Yeah, see, we're in the yellow on these already. So it's about time. But you can see the wear has been absolutely perfect. Nothing weird, nothing funky on the inside. I still have a little bit of a groove left here with my finger. But with the recent rains here in Los Angeles, I got a little squirrely a couple of times. Got a little snappy loose on the back, to use a NASCAR term. Of course, I caught it and it was actually kind of fun, but you could, this is telling the tale. Get yourself one of these, little tire gauge, and you don't even need to know any of the numbers. You don't need to know any of that stuff. Just, green is good, yellow is about time, and red, you're a little late, basically. So those are the Continentals on the rears. So I have myself an appointment tomorrow, Friday. I guess that doesn't matter on this video, at America's Tire, which is also Discount Tire, same company. Not to be confused with American Tire Company. That's a different company altogether. So we got the Continentals on the rear. Those are the originals from day one of this car. Again, I'll show you the audio in a second. And then the Falcons are right there. So the problem is, I can't find these tires anywhere. These Falcons either are not being made anymore, or they're sold out, or whatever the case may be. They apparently were or are a America's Tire Discount Tire exclusive. And so I can't find them anywhere. So I contacted America's Tire over the weekend. And I said, we'll do some research. We'll get back to you. And I'm thinking to myself, let me turn around here. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay, yeah, you'll get back to me. Sure you will. I mean, what company does that? Sure enough, after the weekend, Tuesday, I get a call. Mr. Murphy, I called Falcon, and it turns out we can't find these tires either. They are not in the area, is what they said. But we can get you a similar set of Falcons. They're a little bit more expensive. just to keep the look and all that stuff. So I said, okay, made an appointment for Friday. We're going to throw those on, and I'll do that later in this video. So what else can I tell you about tires? Tires are a big topic in terms of Tesla stuff. I'm not sure why they're so mysterious, but you know, you get a nail in it. If it's on the tread, you can usually patch it or fix it. Oh, I have a tip for you. If you get a nail and it's on the tread and you know it's repairable, don't try to fix it yourself. Because if you do, and then you take it to America's Tire or Discount Tire, they won't touch it. I think it's legal reasons. They don't want to repair a repair and double up on it. They can't trust it because they didn't do it originally. So don't get all fancy and think you're going to repair the tire and then take it and get it repaired again. So there's a tip for you. So so yeah, we're going to do these Falcons. We're going to do a little bit better set, but they should look the same, I'm told. So that's cool. I don't really care. Generally speaking, you want to do match sets. You don't want to do one tire at a time. You want to do either 2 or 4. And since it was so early in the car's life, I didn't really want to replace 4 tires for no particular reason. So let's take a look at inside and get the odometer on there, proving exactly how long these Continentals have lasted, which I'm pretty happy with. 44,000 miles on a set of tires. I know some of them have 60,000 mile warranties. I don't actually even know the warranty on the originals, but given what we've seen about Teslas and tires and how they just chew through them because of their so-called extra weight. I don't know, this car is as heavy as all my other cars have been. It's just, and their alignment issues and all that stuff. And I'm pretty happy with the life of those. And then these Falcons are lasting a long time too, which is why I kind of want to do a match set, or at least a brand set. It's not really a match set because they're not all the same tread and they're also different style tire. So that's what we're going to do later in the video. We're going to do, I'll show you how they look, and we'll get them installed. But let's go take a look at the odometer. All right, so inside the car, if you don't know this, you go under the car icon and then software, and you can take a look at your odometer there. I'm almost at 44,000. In fact, by the time I get these tires tomorrow, I will be at 44,000 because I got somewhere to be today. So there you go, a 2019 Tesla Model 3 Standard Range Plus. It says it right there on the screen. And we are looking at 43,984 on the original Continental OEM tires that came with the car. At least the rears. The other set, I don't know. They went to a fiery grave or something, or got recycled. One of the two. All right, so we're at America's Tire, our favorite tire company. I've been dealing with these guys for years. They're just awesome. There is my car in bay, looking pretty good. Doing the rear tires on it, jacked up, using pucks. They do the whole thing. It's definitely great service with these guys. So rear tires going on, Falcons to match the fronts, and there we go. A couple of floor jacks. Should be out of here in a few minutes, and I'll let you know how they look and how they feel and all that stuff. Should be more grippy at the very least. All right, it's done. Took about an hour. Brought my laptop. I actually edited the video before this one. And here we are, looking at the new Falcons on the rears. So new, they still got the stickers on them. Taking a look at the wheel. I don't see any damage. That's always a good thing. New tires look good. We'll do a tread depth after this video. Let's go take a look at the right side. Right side, taking a look. Wheels looking good, Falcons looking good. They actually look similar to the fronts now, even though they are a slightly different brand, or not brand, but model. Couldn't find the front ones, like I said in the beginning of the video. But I like the way the Falcons have been lasting, and I like the way they feel. And looking pretty good on the car. Now I gotta shine up the front ones to match, because these look pretty nice and shiny. Liking it. I thought that was damage right there. It's just a little bit of grease. So same grease here. They use it to around the outside of the wheel. So looking pretty good. I'm liking it. Thank you once again, America's Tire. Always good stuff. All right, real quick before we go over the numbers and how much it costs and all that stuff, I just wanted to give you a little update on driving it around a little bit around town. Obviously, there's a little bit of psychology going on here. I know there's new tires on, and it's only 2 tires, so what I'm feeling might be psychological. I'm not sure. But first of all, it seems way quieter than the Continentals. I don't know if that was due to the age of those Continentals, and you know, they were near the end and all that stuff. I don't know if that has anything to do with road noise or whatever, but having Falcons all the way around 4 corners is definitely quieter. The ride seems smoother, and obviously taking turns. This part is not psychological. Taking turns, it's a beast now. It's just sucking up the grip. So just wanted to give you a heads up on what I'm feeling on the initial stages of having 2 new tires in the rear. The Falcons are still in the front, are still fine, but they have probably 15,000 miles on them. So there you go. New tires definitely make a difference. The reason I got new tires to begin with is rain. We've had a lot of rain. We've got more rain coming, and I just wanted a little surer grip level. I just wasn't getting it from the 44,000 mile Continental. So there you go. Driving around, it's fun. It's quiet. It's smooth. I like the Falcons. I'm not going to go out on a limb and totally recommend them. They're my taste. I like them, but if you want, try them out. I like them on this Model 3. So I hope they have them for Model Y. I'm going to go check now. Something, at least, because the rears on that car are getting bad already. So, and that's only at 23,000. Actually, no, it's almost at 25,000. I got to do a video. I got to go do that. Okay, I'm at my local Supercharger. I figured, why not? It's not too far away from my house. Let's go over the particulars of the receipt, what exactly I paid for the set of 2 tires, and we'll go from there. So this was at America's Tire, and I got the Falcon P235/40 R19s. These are the Falcon ZX, ZE960. These are all seasons, and I paid $194.99 per tire, so $389.98 for the tires themselves. Then I did opt for the certificates. Normally I don't like these kinds of warranties. It's just extra money added to the company, but you know, with nails and tire failures and all kinds of stuff, I've had my share and I've made that money back in the past. So yeah, I went ahead for the 2 certificates, 1 for each tire at $32.92. So if anything happens to the tire, whether it fails on its own or nail or curbing or whatever, they give you a new tire, or prorated at the very least if it's toward the end of its life. And then you got state and waste disposal fees. Those are minor. And then the installation costs $24 a tire. So, and that includes, you know, not the alignment, but the balancing. That's what I was looking for, the word there. So out the door, total $549.85 for 2 tires. So if you double that for the 2 front tires that I already had, we're talking $1,100 in over 44,000 miles of the life of this car in terms of maintenance. The only other maintenance item I can think of is, of course, washer fluid. That's cheap, and then 2 sets of filters, air conditioning filters, in the life of this car. So really, I can't think of any other maintenance that I've had to do on this car. Everything else I've done to the car is, you know, like I powder coated the wheels, and that's fun stuff. That's stuff I wanted to do, not stuff that had to be done. So not too bad if you're looking at the long-term overall maintenance fees of a Tesla. So there you go. There was something else I wanted to tell you guys about. Wear. That's it. So they put the tire. They always put new tires. If it's a set of 2, they always put the new tires in the back. They said not to rotate them for 5,000 miles on a Tesla. These fronts have been there for a while, so I really need to get those rotated. New tires do need to knock the new off of them, so to speak. So I will probably notice a battery hit, a range hit, because I've got the new tires in the back. It's just a thing. You know, you got to knock the new off of them, and you know they'll get into themselves. They'll work themselves in. So that's another tip I wanted to let you know about. If you get new tires, you might notice a range hit at some point in the beginning, first couple cycles or whatever. It's just you gotta knock the new off of it. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. There was a lot of information packed in here, I think. And if you like this video, feel free, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I know I say it at the end of every video, but I truly appreciate it, each and every one of you. The channel's growing. It's going great. I love doing this. So we'll catch you in the next video. Who knows what I've got up my sleeve? Yeah, so at first glance, they look the same, even though they are different model Falcon tires. They at least look the same now, which is I'm pretty happy about, because for the longest time I had the Continentals in the back, Falcons in the front, obviously rotated them. But looking good, looking good. These are the better ones. These are the model down from those, and I think they're fine for what I'm doing, which is just driving the kids around. Thanks again for joining us on another edition of Tesla Tips and Trips, where we learned all about tires, at least some things anyway, and how long did the original Continental tires last on this particular car here. Right there it is, 2019 Tesla Model 3 SR Plus. So now you know what to expect. Now you know the potential at the very least. Thanks again for joining us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and we'll join you on another episode.